10:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a slightly cold, very sunny start to the day in the great state of Michigan. I wanted to start out by reading this for SHIBa. We'll get into SHIBa, probably Doge, Matic, and likely Ethereum as well on the charts. We'll obviously look at SHIBa on the charts as well. So I want to start out with this. So I want to wish everybody a good morning. I want to thank each and every one of the 46 people in the Dogecoin and You Army. It's a blessing and honor, and it's been a thrill to have each and every one of you in there. I'm getting excited about getting an entry point here worked out because we're going to have an entry point here sooner rather than later for some kind of rebound. We've had a nice dump off this morning like I was anticipating, so this is what I was hoping for. So let's read this. Let's get this out so you guys can understand what's going on this morning. Make sure that like button and hit that subscribe button as we're almost to, 1,600 subscribers now. SHIBa and You, mapping out profitable entry points for SHIBa investors. So the dog theme token has been on a slump since its all-time high last year. SHIBa and You sellers have refused to offer any leeway to the bulls. All the buying rallies over the past 4 months were constricted within the bounds of its symmetrical triangle setup. For brevity, SHIB prices are multiplied by 1,000 from here on. Now the price approached its immediate trendline support while traversing in a down channel. So a likely recovery from its baseline would head right into a rectangle, into the rectangle as highlighted on the chart. At press time, SHIB was trading at 0.02349. Let's just get an updated total real quick. SHIBa is now trading at 0.00002292, which is down with the rest of the market as I anticipated yesterday, if you guys recall why I wasn't buying in. And now it's doing exactly what I was anticipating. So now we have SHIB could extend its squeeze phase before breaking out of the symmetrical triangle. Chances are higher reason. Broader trend still supported the sellers. So like you got the 21952013 below on theirs. We're coming down to that symmetrical support is what we just did. Soon after SHIBa broke out of the long-term channel, the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement flouted its bullish rally in the early February. Meanwhile, the bulls took charge of the troughs by marking trendline support over the last 3 months. SHIB's retracement toward the 0.02 level shaped a symmetrical triangle pattern, and current trajectory led to the baseline from where a likely spike seemed to be building up in the market, with 20 EMA red lowering below the 50 EMA cyan and 200 EMA green. The sellers exhibited their rising vigor while refraining the bulls to redefine the current market structure. The traders, investors should wait for a break above the current down channel yellow to enter position. A close above this pattern could lead to an extended squeeze phase in the 0.023 to 0.025. Then the high volatility phase could favor the sellers while they still substantially control the wider range. And remember, it's 0.00002, but they said they were bringing it up 1,000, so it's easier to type, which I understand. The RSI found a reliable cushion in the 38 to 40 range, so a likely revival from here would support a near-term bull rally towards the rectangle in the blue. Furthermore, the CMF was well below the zero line and reaffirmed a selling advantage in light of the higher troughs over the last 3 days. CMF beheld the potential of a bullish divergence with price mimicking this. The OBV followed to affirm a bullish divergence with price. Conclusion, the technical indicators were hopeful of a possible break into the 0.023 to 0.025 range. Post this, should the sellers continue to observe their historical edge, SHIB would need to brace for possible drawdown on the longer time frames, which is exactly what I was saying. Last but not least, the alt shares a nearly 66% 30-day correlation with Bitcoin, hence keeping an eye on Bitcoin's movement with the overall market sentiment could be essential for making a profitable move. So it's mimicking Bitcoin 66%. So if Bitcoin goes down 100%, 66% of that move will be felt by SHIBa is what that's saying. So let's get into the aforementioned SHIBa. So SHIBa completed its bearish divergence. It tried to pop out of it. It had a fake out, which I thought so yesterday and into today. And that's exactly what happened. It came back through. So watch the 30-minute. Right now we are making higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Now, I am anticipating a dump down here. I wanted to buy on this uptrending line on the support because that would be the absolute bottom right now. And if we broke through that, obviously you just have a stop loss slightly below that, probably at about the 2208, somewhere around, in these levels. And then if it fell through, you would know. Bounce up, sell, because then you're going down. So that's what I'm looking for, but we do have to account for the fact that as of right now, if we don't continue breaking down on these wicks in the 30, we have higher low formation set up. And that's a third point. So this is very interesting indeed. So pay attention to this. We'll talk about this in the Telegram. If this holds and we were to bounce off here, your top potential here without a true breakout is about 9%. And if we can't get past here, we just come back down. So that's what we're looking at here. With Ethereum, we broke through a key level right now, and that's dangerous. This is dangerous because this was the ascending triangle. Remember what I said, if we break through here and we whatever use this as resistance, we're coming all the way down to here to like 2200, and that's going to be a significant drop for her. So now we have to get less aggressive. I mean, we have to get the least amount aggressive as we can get here on 2 points. Because now we're going to have to try to find, in a worst case scenario, the symmetrical triangle. So there's 2 points right here on the bottom on the wicks. So we can still do it, but it's just going to be from like this so that we can get the absolute bottom. So now, with Ethereum, we have to look at it in these 2711, roughly. 2711, 2692. Yeah, that makes more sense. Because we don't want to be aggressive. We want to be least aggressive because we can see what's going on here. We just completed a bearish divergence on the daily, which means we're probably going to get a kick down. Doesn't always happen, but it generally happens when you have that long of a time frame with a completed bearish divergence. Now it's got to right itself. Doge. Still riding the symmetrical triangle beautifully. It's absolutely spectacular the way it's been riding it. But again, just like the rest, I want to make this the least aggressive, but we need points of contact, so we're going to have to go like that. I suppose we could go like this. And the wick came through, because then we can at least not be so aggressive, because we're already aggressive on the top. So that could be your symmetrical support. I actually like that better. So with Dogecoin, with the rest of the market, if Bitcoin decides to come down, Dogecoin's coming down to 13,181. We do have a double bottom here that could set up right around 13,505, so that's what you're looking for. But we're trying to get down to the bottom of these support areas. Matic down to $1.23 again. We're coming close. We're trying to get a tap right here at $1.2132 to see if we can hold this descending triangle. If not, we have to come down here to $1.13 on the overall pattern, much bigger descending triangle, which everything's playing into a descending formation, which is very bearish. But we can break out of this. We just need to find one of these levels of support. If you're in the Dogecoin and U community, just pay attention to the Telegram because I'm going to be on top of this. ADA. Remember yesterday we fell through, or a couple days ago, and I said this is bad, and then we just continue this downtrend. So what we're looking for here is the back test. We're looking for a spot where we can hold some support here and then back test up here, because that's going to happen if the market allows it. If not, if the market falls, we come all the way down to 72.2, and that's going to be a big drop. And then I want to end with Litecoin. Litecoin fell through, as we know, and now we're in between two patterns, and it created an inside-out wedge, which I like to call them. It's an inverted triangle, and it usually only gets created when two patterns fall within each other, and that's exactly what happened. We had a descending triangle, an ascending triangle, and now we fell below it, and now we came into this inside-out triangle, is what I like to call it. So when you look at it from the 30-minute time frame, you can see exactly how this works. Isn't it crazy? So we came through, resisted, now we come down to the bottom for support. Now if we were to break through this, we come all the way down to the bottom of the actual descending triangle. If we hold this, then we can keep bouncing around here, and it becomes volatile bounces until we decide it's a descending triangle, or descending or a continuation pattern to the downside, a bearish continuation, or we bounce, get on top side of this, and then we're off to the races for a little bit. So that's what we're looking at. Make sure to hit that like button.